off tonight's stream, or wanted to start off this segment, I should say, but just looking at a few of those individual stories and how they played out. So obviously we've got to start with the manager, and he made a point of reminding us that when he came in, when he had that press conference 5 years ago, and when he was unveiled as Liverpool manager, he said that he turned us from doubters to believers, and my God, has the man went and done that. The impact that Klopp has had at this football club really can't be underestimated. And one thing that I took from last night was he was so happy that the families were allowed to be there to celebrate in that moment. And that is one of the things that I really took from last night. That meant so much to him. Not just for him on a personal level, but obviously for those players and the rest of the staff as well. That there was a compromise reached and their families were able to be inside the stadium when they were presented with those medals. And Kloppo was beaming, he was smiling the whole time. And we can't underestimate, without Kloppo, none of this would have come about. Yes, we can talk about the owners, we'll talk about individual players and that, but Jurgen Klopp is the fulcrum. Jurgen Klopp is the reason why everybody has come to this football club and why we have pushed on. And as he said, and I don't like to utter out cheesy phrases and bits and pieces, but he did say he turned us from doubters to believers, and he has. I mean, we used to be a laughing joke. We used to say it's going to be our year. It's our year. We can finally say it. It is done. The trophy has been lifted. And look, the trophy was lifted, of course, by our captain. And he's the next person that I wanted to take a second to pay some respect to, because taking over the captain's armband from Steven Gerrard was never going to be an easy task for anybody. And it wasn't an easy start for Jordan Henderson either. He had many doubters when he took over from Gerrard. He had many doubters throughout his Liverpool career. I'm going to cast your mind back, and I know I've said this before, to the situation where he could have been part of a deal that brought Clint Dempsey to Liverpool and him to Fulham. I can't even fathom that now, both where Fulham are as a club at this moment and of course where Jordan Henderson has gone on to be. He is everything that we would hope for in a captain. He epitomises us fans out there on the pitch as well. He never gives up. He's constantly in referees' ears. He wants everybody to improve and he wants everybody to be switched on at every single moment. Jordan Henderson is one of the greatest Liverpool captains of all time. And if anybody doubts that fact, just ask yourself one thing. Is there another Liverpool captain who has lifted a Premier League trophy, or even a league trophy, a European Cup, a Super Cup, and a Club World Cup? And you'll find that the answer is no. And look, we've had some marvellous captains who've lifted a lot more trophies than Jordan Henderson. But Jordan Henderson has been the first one to lift those 4 trophies and to do it all within a year as well. It's only right that we take a second as well to just remark what a great captain Jordan Henderson is. And it was lovely to see him there last night celebrating. It was lovely that we got to see the Hendo shuffle. It wouldn't be right to let this moment pass as well without spending a couple of seconds or a moment or two talking about Adam Lallana and the recognition that he deserves for the role that he played at Liverpool Football Club. He's been a model pro since he's been here, and last night he was speaking about the emotion that he felt, and this is what he had to say. It's a sad day. The last time I'll be at Anfield. I came here to win silverware, and I'm lucky enough to win the Champions League, the World Club Cup, the Premier League and the Super Cup. And his good mate Hendo had a lot to say about Lallana as well. We know that they're PJ buddies. We know that they like to room together. We know that they're both model pros. And he was speaking about Adam Lallana, and this is just a little flavour of what he said, because what he actually said went on a lot longer, but I'm trying to boil it down or condense it down to the bits that I think are the most important. So he said, I think Ads need to take a lot of credit when we first came to this club in 2014. He's been a massive part of the direction of change and the philosophy to help make this club a success. It was difficult when he came in and Brendan Rodgers left, so it was a transition for him. Since Jurgen came in, he was the best player. He moved into the middle and was outstanding for Liverpool and England. Anybody who has played with him or against him will tell you how good a footballer he is. And I'm not just saying that because he's my mate. Anyone who watches him knows how good he is. And I echo everything that Hendo said about Lallana there. He is going to move on. But there's one small little detail that I think we've glossed over a little bit. And a lot of people were saying well done to the club for extending Lallana's contract to the end of the season. But well done to Adam Lallana for making himself available if he needed to be called on for Liverpool Football Club, because he could have protected his value. He could have protected a potentially lucrative contract when he moves on a free. But he didn't. He signed up for that extra little bit of time, put himself, and wishing him the very best, because he's a model pro. He's always given his best for this club, and as Hendo said, he was really important as well when he came in, and really important when Jurgen Klopp took over. So lots of love to Adam Lallana. It was lovely to see him there with the lads last night, getting his medal and lifting the trophy. Right, finally, I think there's a lot more people that we have to recognise before we move on, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the role played by the owners, of course. We want to talk about the coaches, the match day staff, and all the other staff that played a part in the success. Sadio Mane was going around and he was telling everybody involved in the club that they're champions as well. And he's right. Because without this concerted group effort, without everybody pulling in the same direction, right from the owners, all the way right through to the cleaners, the canteen ladies, everybody involved in the club, all the coaches, the youth level, everybody came together, and that's what you need for success to happen. So this is a special club, and a club that always tries to do things in the right way. So I want to congratulate the Premier League as well on making what could have been a very awkward trophy presentation pretty damn good, I have to say. And so Liverpool Football Club and the Premier League, I think they made the best of a bad situation last night, and it was a spectacular trophy presentation. Of course it would have been better to have fans inside the stadium, but I just want to give credit where it's due. I thought they did a magnificent job. I watched it back again today. I'm sure you guys have as well. So congratulations to everybody involved in what has made this a memorable year for Liverpool Football Club and for us fans all around the world. Wherever you guys were last night, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you shed a tear. I hope you had a few drinks. I hope you were with friends or family, and if you were, of course, you're following all the safety precautions that you're supposed to, yada yada yada. But look, I hope that you enjoyed it, because Christ knows I did. So